In the journey of life, it is essential to remember that we are the creators of our experiences. The thoughts we think, the words we speak, and the beliefs we hold shape our reality. If we choose to embrace positive thinking, we set in motion a powerful force that transforms our lives. Life is not happening to us, it is responding to us, and we have the choice to direct it in a way that brings us joy, abundance, and peace. Know that life always supports you. Even in the midst of challenging times, there is a guiding force that leads you toward growth and expansion. When we understand that every situation has a purpose, we find peace in the unfolding of our lives. Trust that life has your back and that you are always in the right place at the right time. Our happiness is our responsibility. It is not found in external circumstances or dependent on the approval of others. The love and joy we seek are already within us. When we choose to love ourselves unconditionally, we become aligned with our true nature and our lives transform in beautiful ways. Let go of the past, dear one. It has served its purpose and it is time to release it. Clinging to past hurts only limits your potential for happiness. By letting go, you make space for new opportunities, fresh experiences, and deeper connections to flow into your life. The past is a chapter that has been written, but the future is yours to create. Embrace change, for it is the one constant in life. Change allows us to grow, evolve, and become more of who we truly are. Instead of resisting it, flow with it. Allow change to shape you, guide you, and bring you closer to the highest expression of yourself. Forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself. When you forgive, you release the hold that negative emotions have on you. You free yourself from the weight of resentment and allow healing to begin. Let forgiveness be an act of love that brings you peace. Gratitude is the doorway to abundance. When we appreciate what we have, we attract even more blessings into our lives. Start each day by giving thanks for the simple joys and watch how life responds with even more to be thankful for. Trust the timing of your life. Everything unfolds as it should in perfect divine timing. When you let go of the need to control, you open the door to wonderful surprises and miracles. Life's timing is always right, even if it doesn't align with your plans. Use affirmations as a tool for transformation. Speak loving words to yourself and declare the life you wish to live. Let your affirmations be positive and in the present tense, as if they are already your reality. As you speak them with conviction, you draw those experiences into your life. Surround yourself with positive, uplifting energy. The people you spend time with, the environments you inhabit, and the thoughts you entertain all influence your well-being. Choose to fill your life with things that inspire, uplift, and bring you joy. Every thought we think is creating our future. The mind is like a garden, and the thoughts we plant are the seeds that grow into the experiences of our lives. If we sow seeds of doubt, worry, or fear, we cultivate a life filled with challenges and negativity. But when we choose to plant seeds of love, joy, and optimism, we nurture a garden that blossoms with beauty and abundance. Positive thinking is not about ignoring the difficulties that life may present. It is about consciously choosing thoughts that uplift and empower us, even in the face of adversity. When we encounter a challenge, we have the power to view it as an opportunity for growth rather than a setback. By reframing our thoughts, we change how we experience life itself. It's important to recognize that we are not our thoughts, we are the ones choosing them. In every moment, we can decide to shift from thoughts that limit us to those that expand our potential. As we do this, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities that were previously hidden by the fog of negative thinking. Our beliefs, formed by the thoughts we habitually think, become the foundation of our experiences. If we believe that life is hard, full of obstacles, then that is what we will encounter. However, if we choose to believe that life is kind, filled with opportunities, and that we are worthy of every good thing, then the world will reflect that belief back to us. It is as if life is a mirror, showing us the reflection of our own inner landscape. The energy we put out with our thoughts returns to us. When we dwell on problems, we draw more problems into our lives. But when we focus on solutions, we attract ways to overcome those problems. It is a simple, yet profound truth: we get more of what we focus on. Therefore, why not focus on the good? Why not set our minds on the things that bring us peace and joy? Affirmations are a powerful tool to help guide our thinking in a positive direction. When we repeat positive statements such as "I am capable" or "I am deserving of happiness," we begin to reshape the mental patterns that have been formed over time. It may feel uncomfortable or strange at first, but just like anything else, the more we practice, the more natural it becomes. In this way, we become the architects of our lives. We can choose to build a reality that aligns with the highest version of ourselves, simply by embracing the power of positive thinking. As we continue to nourish our minds with loving, supportive thoughts, we will see the world respond in miraculous ways. The power has always been within us, waiting to be activated by the choice to think positively. There is a natural flow to life, a rhythm that guides us and provides what we need at every moment. Life is not here to punish or restrict us, rather, it is here to uplift, nurture, and guide us toward our highest potential. When we open our hearts to this idea, we begin to see that everything that happens, even the difficult moments, serves a purpose. Every experience brings us valuable lessons, insights, and opportunities for growth. It is comforting to know that we are never alone in our journey. There is a loving, universal energy that supports us with every step we take. When we choose to trust this flow, we realize that life is always working in our favor, even if it doesn't always seem that way. We may face obstacles or moments of uncertainty, but these are not signs of life abandoning us. Rather, they are gentle nudges guiding us to make choices that are more aligned with our true selves. We must remember that every decision we make is a step on the path to self-discovery. Sometimes we may worry about making the wrong choice or fear that our decisions could lead us astray. But there are no wrong decisions. Each choice we make offers us a new experience, a new lesson, and a new opportunity for growth. Even when a decision leads to discomfort, it is an invitation for us to look deeper within and find the strength we didn't know we had. When we embrace the belief that life is here to support us, we start to see the signs, synchronicities, and opportunities that guide us in the right direction. We notice how a seemingly random encounter provides just the encouragement we need, or how an unexpected delay turns out to be a blessing in disguise. Life has a way of arranging itself for our benefit when we are open to receiving its gifts. Trusting that life supports us means letting go of the need to control every outcome. It's about surrendering to the natural unfolding of events, knowing that each one is leading us closer to our true purpose. This doesn't mean that we should be passive or indifferent, rather, it means that we can act with confidence, knowing that whatever the outcome, life will guide us to where we need to be. The more we align ourselves with this truth, the more we experience life as a supportive, loving journey. We realize that even when things don't go according to our plans, life is still on our side, helping us to grow, expand, and become the best version of ourselves. It is when we open ourselves up to this deep trust that we allow life to flow through us effortlessly, leading us toward greater joy and fulfillment. Happiness is not something that can be given to us by others, nor is it found in external achievements, possessions, or circumstances. It is an inner state of being that we have the power to create for ourselves. When we place the responsibility for our happiness in the hands of other people or situations, we give away our personal power. But when we recognize that our happiness is our own creation, we reclaim that power and take control of our lives. It is easy to fall into the habit of believing that if only certain conditions were met, we would finally be happy. We might think, if I had a different job, a better relationship, or more money, then I would be happy. Yet chasing happiness in this way keeps it forever out of reach. When we rely on something outside of ourselves to bring us joy, we become dependent on forces we cannot control. True happiness begins from within and radiates outward. Taking responsibility for our happiness means acknowledging that our thoughts and beliefs shape our emotional state. When we choose thoughts that uplift us, we create feelings of joy and contentment. When we dwell on thoughts of lack, fear, or resentment, we create feelings of unhappiness. We are the creators of our emotional landscape, and with awareness, we can choose to think in ways that bring us peace and fulfillment. This does not mean we will never experience challenging emotions or difficult times. Life will present us with situations that test our strength and resilience. However, when we accept that we are responsible for our own happiness, we understand that we also have the ability to respond to these situations in a way that supports our well-being. We can choose to see challenges as opportunities for growth, rather than sources of despair. Part of taking responsibility for our happiness involves letting go of the need for approval from others. It is not the opinions or judgments of others that determine our worth. Our value comes from within. When we stop seeking validation from outside sources, we free ourselves from the burden of trying to live up to someone else's standards. We allow ourselves to be who we truly are, and that authenticity brings a deep sense of happiness. Self-love and self-compassion are essential components of taking responsibility for our happiness. When we treat ourselves with kindness and recognize that we are worthy of joy simply because we exist, we create a foundation for a fulfilling life. Our happiness becomes a reflection of the love we give to ourselves, and from that place of love, we can share happiness with others, enriching our relationships and our world. The journey to happiness is an inside job. It begins with the decision to see ourselves as the source of our own joy and to cultivate thoughts, beliefs, and actions that nurture that joy. As we take responsibility for our happiness, we empower ourselves to live a life that is truly our own, filled with peace, purpose, and fulfillment. Loving ourselves is the most powerful thing we can do for our well-being. It is the foundation upon which a joyful, fulfilling life is built. When we cultivate self-love, we create an environment within us where happiness, health, and abundance can thrive. It is not about being selfish or self-centered. Rather, it is about recognizing our own worth and treating ourselves with the same kindness, compassion, and respect that we so often extend to others. Self-love begins with the way we speak to ourselves. Our inner dialogue can be either our greatest ally or our harshest critic. When we consciously choose to speak loving and supportive words to ourselves, we create a space where healing and growth can occur. We must replace the inner voices of doubt, criticism, and judgment with affirmations of love, acceptance, and encouragement. These words have a profound impact, for they shape the way we perceive ourselves and the world around us. Embracing self-love also means accepting ourselves just as we are. It is about understanding that we are enough right now in this very moment. We do not need to achieve more, be more, or change who we are to be worthy of love. Our worth is inherent. It is not determined by our accomplishments or the approval of others. When we stop striving for perfection and accept ourselves with all our perceived flaws and imperfections, we find true freedom. When we love ourselves, we set healthy boundaries that honor our needs and values. We say no to things that do not serve us and yes to the experiences that bring us joy. Self-love allows us to prioritize our well-being without guilt, knowing that taking care of ourselves is essential to living a balanced life. It is not selfish to put ourselves first. It is necessary for maintaining our physical, emotional, and spiritual health. Self-love also teaches us how to forgive ourselves. We all make mistakes, and we may carry feelings of regret or shame from the past. But holding on to these emotions only blocks the flow of love and joy in our lives. By forgiving ourselves, we release the heavy burden of self-judgment and open the door to healing. It is through this process that we learn to treat ourselves with the same compassion we would extend to a dear friend. As we deepen our practice of self-love, we naturally attract more love and positivity into our lives. The energy we put out reflects back to us, and when we vibrate with the frequency of self-acceptance and joy, we draw experiences and people who resonate with that same energy. Loving ourselves creates a ripple effect that extends outward, influencing our relationships, career, health, and every aspect of our lives. At its core, self-love is the key to unlocking a life filled with joy and fulfillment. It allows us to live authentically, to honor our true selves, and to embrace the limitless possibilities that life has to offer. When we build our lives upon the foundation of self-love, we find that everything else falls into place. Happiness, peace, and abundance become our natural state of being, flowing effortlessly into our experience. Holding on to the past is like carrying a heavy burden that prevents us from moving forward. It is as if we are anchored to old experiences, emotions, or patterns, unable to fully embrace the present moment and welcome what the future has to offer. When we release the past, we free ourselves from the weight of old hurts, regrets, and disappointments, making space for new opportunities and experiences to flow effortlessly into our lives. The past is a story that has already been written, a chapter that has served its purpose in shaping who we are today. It is important to honor those experiences, for they have contributed to our growth and development. Yet, just as a river keeps flowing, we too must allow life to move forward. Clinging to what has already happened only keeps us stuck, unable to embrace the freshness and potential of the present moment. Letting go does not mean denying or suppressing our emotions. It means acknowledging the feelings associated with past experiences, understanding their role in our journey, and then consciously deciding to release them. By doing so, we are not dismissing our pain or invalidating our struggles. We are choosing to free ourselves from the chains that bind us to a time that no longer exists. Forgiveness plays a significant role in letting go. It is not about condoning the actions of others or pretending that nothing hurt us. Instead, forgiveness is an act of liberation. It releases us from the cycle of resentment and bitterness that keeps us tethered to the past. When we forgive, we reclaim our power and open the door to healing. It is a declaration that we are no longer willing to allow past experiences to dictate our present happiness. As we let go of old patterns, beliefs, or situations that no longer serve us, we create space for new blessings to enter our lives. It is like clearing a cluttered room when we remove what is no longer needed. We make room for fresh energy, creativity, and abundance. The universe responds to this openness by bringing new possibilities, relationships, and experiences that align with our highest good. It is natural to feel fear or uncertainty when letting go, as it may feel like stepping into the unknown. However, trust that life has a way of filling the void with something even better than what we left behind. By releasing our attachment to how things should have been or how we wish they would be, we surrender to the natural flow of life, which is always moving us toward greater fulfillment and joy. The past may have shaped us, but it does not define us. We have the power to write a new story each day, and by letting go of yesterday's weight, we step into a world of endless possibilities. When we release what no longer serves us, we are telling life, I am ready for something new. And life, in its infinite wisdom, responds by filling that space with opportunities beyond our imagination. Change is the one constant we can always count on. It is a natural part of the cycle of life. Much like the seasons shift from one to another, bringing renewal and transformation. When we embrace change, we align ourselves with the flow of life and allow ourselves to grow, evolve, and become more of who we truly are. Resisting change only creates stress and tension, while accepting it opens the door to new experiences and possibilities. Many of us fear change because it often involves stepping into the unknown. It can feel uncomfortable or unsettling to let go of familiar routines, relationships, or circumstances. Yet it is in those very moments of uncertainty that we find our greatest opportunities for growth. When we are willing to let go of the old, we create space for the new to enter. Life continually presents us with chances to expand beyond our current limitations, and change is the vehicle that carries us toward our highest potential. The fear of change often stems from a belief that we will lose something important, or that the unknown will be worse than what we already know. However, change is not about loss, it is about transformation. It is about shedding the layers that no longer serve us, just as a tree lets go of its leaves in autumn, making way for new growth in the spring. When we see change as an opportunity to release what is no longer in alignment with our true selves, we begin to welcome it with open arms. Adapting to change also means trusting the process of life. There is a divine intelligence that guides us through every transition, even when we cannot see the full picture. By trusting that every change is unfolding for our highest good, we release the need to control outcomes and allow life to surprise us with unexpected blessings. This trust gives us the courage to take bold steps forward, knowing that even if the path is uncertain, we are always supported. Change often comes as a gentle nudge or a sudden push, prompting us to reevaluate our lives, our goals, and our relationships. It may appear as an opportunity disguised as a challenge or a blessing in the form of a disruption. When we look closely, We see that every change is an invitation to grow, to let go of what no longer serves us, and to embrace new experiences with an open heart. Life is a continuous process of transformation. Just as a caterpillar becomes a butterfly, we too must undergo our own metamorphosis to reach our fullest potential. Change is not something to be feared, but rather a necessary part of our evolution. It is through the process of change that we discover new strengths, find deeper meaning, and come closer to our true selves. When we choose to embrace change, we empower ourselves to move forward with grace and resilience. We learn to adapt, to flow, and to see every new experience as a valuable part of our journey. Each change brings with it a new chapter, a fresh start, and the opportunity to create a life that reflects our deepest desires. Gratitude is one of the most transformative emotions we can cultivate. It shifts our focus from what we lack to the abundance that already exists in our lives. When we embrace gratitude, we open ourselves to the richness of life and recognize the blessings that surround us, even in the most ordinary moments. It is a practice that can elevate our mood, improve our health, and enhance our overall well-being. By consciously practicing gratitude, we train our minds to notice the positive aspects of our lives. It encourages us to shift our attention away from negativity and challenges, allowing us to see the beauty and goodness that often go unnoticed. This shift in perspective empowers us to appreciate the small things: a warm cup of tea, the laughter of a friend, or the beauty of nature. These moments, while seemingly insignificant, can be the source of immense joy when we choose to recognize them. Gratitude also has a remarkable way of transforming our relationships. When we express appreciation for others, we strengthen our connections and foster a sense of love and belonging. A simple thank you can go a long way in building positive interactions. By acknowledging the efforts and kindness of those around us, we create an atmosphere of mutual respect and gratitude. This not only enriches our relationships, but also encourages others to express their gratitude in return, creating a beautiful cycle of positivity. In times of difficulty or challenge, gratitude can be a powerful anchor. It helps us navigate through turbulent waters by reminding us of the lessons we can learn and the strength we possess. Instead of becoming overwhelmed by adversity, we can choose to focus on the growth that comes from overcoming challenges. This mindset allows us to see that even in difficult times, there are things to be grateful for, whether it be the support of loved ones, newfound resilience, or the wisdom gained from experience. One effective way to cultivate gratitude is through a daily gratitude practice. This can be as simple as taking a moment each day to reflect on 3 things we are thankful for. Writing them down in a journal can further solidify this practice, creating a tangible reminder of the blessings in our lives. Over time, we will begin to notice a shift in our mindset as we train ourselves to actively seek out and celebrate the positive aspects of our existence. Gratitude also plays a vital role in our overall health and well-being. Studies have shown that individuals who regularly practice gratitude experience lower levels of stress, improved sleep, and increased feelings of happiness. It fosters a sense of contentment and peace, allowing us to approach life with a positive outlook. When we are grateful, we are less likely to fall into the traps of comparison and envy, recognizing that our own lives are rich and fulfilling in their own unique ways. In essence, gratitude is a powerful tool that can transform our perspective and enhance our experience of life. It invites us to embrace the present moment and recognize the abundance that surrounds us. By cultivating an attitude of gratitude, we empower ourselves to live more fully, joyfully, and authentically. It is a practice that nourishes the soul, reminds us of our interconnectedness, and enriches our journey through life. Affirmations are powerful tools that allow us to transform our thoughts and beliefs, reshaping our reality in the process. These positive statements serve as a declaration of our intentions and desires, helping to align our mindset with the life we want to create. By repeating affirmations regularly, we begin to change the way we perceive ourselves and the world around us, fostering a sense of empowerment and self-worth. When we speak affirmations, we are essentially reprogramming our subconscious mind. Often we are influenced by limiting beliefs and negative self-talk that have accumulated over the years. These thoughts can undermine our confidence and potential, leading us to doubt ourselves and our abilities. Affirmations disrupt this pattern by introducing new positive beliefs into our mental landscape. The more we affirm these positive statements, the more they take root in our subconscious, gradually replacing the old, unhelpful narratives. To harness the power of affirmations, it is essential to make them personal and present tense. For example, instead of saying, "I will be successful," we might say, "I am successful." This subtle shift in phrasing helps to reinforce the idea that we are already embodying the qualities we desire. It creates a sense of immediacy and helps us to visualize ourselves as the person we want to be. When we affirm our worth and potential in the present moment, we begin to attract experiences that reflect those beliefs. Incorporating affirmations into our daily routine can be a transformative practice. Whether we recite them aloud in front of a mirror, write them down in a journal, or repeat them silently during meditation, the key is consistency. By dedicating time each day to affirming our intentions, we reinforce our commitment to our own growth and well-being. This practice can serve as a powerful reminder of our strength, resilience, and capability to create positive change. Additionally, affirmations can help us navigate challenging situations with grace and confidence. When faced with obstacles or moments of self-doubt, having a set of empowering affirmations at our disposal can provide the encouragement we need to keep moving forward. Phrases like "I am capable of overcoming any challenge" or "I trust in my ability to create positive outcomes" can shift our mindset from one of fear to one of empowerment, enabling us to take inspired action. It is also important to understand that affirmations are not a magical solution that instantly changes our lives. They require our active participation and belief in their truth. As we repeat our affirmations, we must also be open to the possibility of change. This openness allows us to recognize and seize opportunities that align with our affirmed beliefs, paving the way for transformation in our lives. When we embrace the power of affirmations, we take an active role in shaping our reality. We become conscious creators, using our thoughts and words to cultivate a life that resonates with our highest values and desires. This practice encourages us to take responsibility for our thoughts, empowering us to release self-limiting beliefs and embrace the fullness of our potential. Through affirmations, we affirm not only our worth but also our capacity to live a life of joy, fulfillment, and purpose. A mindset of abundance is one of the most powerful perspectives we can cultivate. It shifts our focus from scarcity and lack to a recognition of the vast possibilities that life offers. When we embrace an abundance mindset, we open ourselves to receiving and appreciating the wealth of experiences, relationships, and opportunities that surround us every day. This shift in perspective allows us to see the world through a lens of positivity and hope, transforming how we approach our lives. At its core, an abundance mindset is rooted in gratitude. By appreciating what we have in the present moment, we train our minds to recognize the richness of our experiences. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges or difficulties. Rather, it's about acknowledging that even within struggles there are lessons, growth, and blessings waiting to be discovered. When we focus on what we already possess, whether it be love, support, or simple joys, we create a foundation for attracting even more abundance into our lives. One of the first steps in cultivating a mindset of abundance is to become aware of our thoughts. Often we may unknowingly engage in negative self-talk or harbor beliefs that reinforce feelings of inadequacy or lack. By becoming mindful of these thoughts, we can begin to challenge and change them. Instead of thinking, "I'll never have enough," we can shift our focus to affirmations such as, "I am open to receiving all the abundance life has to offer." This subtle change in language can profoundly impact how we view our circumstances. Another essential aspect of fostering an abundance mindset is to practice generosity. When we give freely, whether it be our time, resources, or love, we reinforce the belief that there is plenty to go around. Generosity creates a flow of energy that reminds us of the interconnectedness of all beings. By sharing what we have, we cultivate a sense of community and belonging, reinforcing the idea that we are part of a larger tapestry of life where abundance is not only available but thriving. Additionally, we must learn to celebrate the successes and joys of others. In a culture that often promotes competition, it can be easy to feel envy or resentment towards those who seem to have more. However, when we adopt an abundance mindset, we recognize that someone else's success does not diminish our own potential. In fact, it can serve as inspiration. By celebrating the achievements of others, we open ourselves to the possibility that we too can achieve greatness and create a life filled with joy and fulfillment. Visualization is another powerful tool in cultivating an abundance mindset. By vividly imagining the life we desire, seeing ourselves living in abundance, thriving in our careers, and enjoying loving relationships, we send a clear message to the universe about what we wish to attract. Visualization helps to align our thoughts and feelings with our intentions, making it easier for us to recognize and seize opportunities as they arise. Lastly, it's important to remember that abundance is not solely about material wealth. True abundance encompasses all aspects of life, including love, joy, health, and fulfillment. By broadening our definition of abundance, we invite a wider range of blessings into our lives. We can find abundance in a warm smile, a loving conversation, or a moment of peace amidst chaos. This holistic approach allows us to live fully and appreciate the richness that life offers in every moment. When we cultivate a mindset of abundance, we shift our entire perspective. We move from a place of fear and scarcity to one of trust and possibility. This transformation empowers us to embrace life with open arms, ready to receive and experience the beauty that unfolds. It reminds us that we are deserving of all the good that life has to offer, and that abundance is not just a destination, but a way of being that enriches our journey. Self-care is not a luxury, it is a vital component of our overall well-being. In today's fast-paced world, it is easy to become overwhelmed by responsibilities, obligations, and the demands of everyday life. We often prioritize the needs of others above our own, neglecting to nurture our own physical, emotional, and spiritual health. However, when we fail to care for ourselves, we diminish our ability to show up fully in our lives and for those we love. Practicing self-care allows us to replenish our energy, cultivate joy, and maintain balance in our lives. The foundation of self-care begins with understanding that we are worthy of love and care. This belief must be deeply ingrained within us, as it influences how we treat ourselves. When we acknowledge our worthiness, we begin to prioritize our needs, recognizing that caring for ourselves is not selfish, but rather an essential practice that enables us to be the best versions of ourselves. When we feel good, we can offer more to the world around us. Self-care can take many forms, and it is essential to identify what practices resonate most with us personally. For some, self-care may involve physical activities such as exercise, yoga, or spending time in nature. These activities help to release stress, increase our energy levels, and promote overall health. For others, self-care may be about creating time for relaxation and reflection, engaging in activities like reading, journaling, or meditating. Finding what nourishes our soul is a crucial part of this process. Creating a self-care routine is an empowering way to ensure that we consistently prioritize our well-being. This routine should be flexible and tailored to our unique needs. It could involve setting aside specific times each week for activities that rejuvenate us, such as enjoying a bubble bath, taking a walk in the park, or enjoying a creative hobby. By making self-care a priority, we send a powerful message to ourselves: I am important, and my well-being matters. Emotional self-care is equally important as physical self-care. It involves nurturing our emotional health by practicing self-compassion and kindness toward ourselves. This means being gentle with ourselves during tough times and recognizing that it is okay to feel a range of emotions. Acknowledging our feelings and allowing ourselves to process them is a vital part of emotional wellness. It can also involve seeking support from friends, family, or professionals when we need it. Reaching out for help is not a sign of weakness, it is an act of self-love and strength. Another essential aspect of self-care is setting healthy boundaries. When we learn to say no to things that drain our energy or do not align with our values, we create space for activities that uplift and inspire us. Establishing boundaries allows us to prioritize our time and energy, ensuring that we invest in relationships and experiences that nurture our well-being. By communicating our needs clearly and assertively, we cultivate healthier dynamics with others and foster mutual respect. Mindfulness practices can also enhance our self-care journey. Taking moments throughout the day to check in with ourselves and tune into our thoughts and feelings fosters a greater sense of awareness and connection. Mindfulness can be practiced through meditation, deep breathing exercises, or simply taking a few moments to appreciate the beauty around us. This awareness allows us to become more attuned to our needs and to respond to them with care. Ultimately, self-care is about creating a loving relationship with ourselves. It is an ongoing journey of learning to honor our needs, embrace our worth, and prioritize our well-being. When we commit to self-care, we empower ourselves to live authentically and joyfully, recognizing that caring for ourselves is an essential part of the beautiful tapestry of life. By investing in our own well-being, we are better equipped to share our light with others and navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. Living in the present moment is one of the most profound gifts we can give ourselves. In a world filled with distractions and a constant rush to achieve future goals, we often find ourselves lost in thoughts of what has happened or what might happen. However, the true essence of life exists right here and now. When we learn to anchor ourselves in the present, we discover a wealth of joy, peace, and fulfillment that is always available to us. Being present means fully engaging with the current moment without the interference of past regrets or future anxieties. It invites us to experience life as it unfolds, appreciating the beauty and richness of each experience. When we practice presence, we become aware of the sights, sounds, and sensations around us. We can hear the laughter of a loved one, feel the warmth of the sun on our skin, and savor the taste of our food. Each moment becomes an opportunity to connect with life in a deeper, more meaningful way. One effective way to cultivate presence is through mindfulness practices. Mindfulness encourages us to focus our attention on the present, gently bringing our awareness back whenever our thoughts drift. This practice can take many forms, whether through meditation, mindful breathing, or simply taking a moment to observe our surroundings. By intentionally tuning into the present, we become more attuned to our feelings and experiences, fostering a sense of clarity and calmness. Embracing the present moment also allows us to let go of the need for perfection. Many of us fall into the trap of believing that we must achieve certain milestones or reach specific goals before we can truly enjoy life. This mindset creates a sense of urgency and pressure, detracting from our ability to appreciate the journey. When we shift our focus to the present, we realize that life is not just about reaching destinations, it's about savoring the experiences along the way. Each step, no matter how small, holds value and meaning. Moreover, living in the present moment enables us to cultivate gratitude. When we take the time to appreciate what we have right now, we naturally shift our perspective toward abundance. Gratitude allows us to celebrate our current circumstances regardless of how we perceive them. It teaches us to find beauty in the mundane, reminding us that every moment, every breath is a precious gift. By focusing on what we are thankful for today, we create a positive mindset that fosters joy and contentment. In addition to gratitude, being present opens the door to deeper connections with others. When we engage fully with those around us, we demonstrate that we value and respect our relationships. Active listening, eye contact, and genuine engagement allow us to connect on a more profound level. When we are present with our loved ones, we create a safe space for open communication and understanding, enriching our relationships and fostering a sense of belonging. It is important to recognize that living in the present moment does not mean ignoring our responsibilities or future aspirations. Instead, it means approaching life with a balanced perspective. We can still plan for the future and learn from the past while remaining grounded in the present. By focusing on what we can do today, we empower ourselves to take meaningful steps toward our goals without becoming overwhelmed by what lies ahead. Finally, embracing the present moment encourages us to be kinder to ourselves. We often judge ourselves harshly based on past mistakes or future uncertainties. However, when we practice presence, we can cultivate self-compassion. We learn to treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding we would offer a friend. This shift in perspective allows us to let go of self-criticism and embrace our imperfections, recognizing that we are all human, learning and growing along the way. Living in the present moment invites us to experience life fully and authentically. It opens our hearts to the richness of each experience, empowering us to create a life filled with joy, connection, and meaning. By embracing the now, we unlock the potential for transformation, finding beauty and gratitude in every moment of our journey. Change is an inevitable part of life, yet it can often feel daunting and unsettling. Many of us resist change, clinging to the familiar out of fear or uncertainty. However, embracing change is essential for our personal growth and transformation. When we learn to view change as an opportunity rather than a threat, we open ourselves up to new experiences, insights, and possibilities that enrich our lives. At its core, embracing change requires a shift in mindset. Instead of perceiving change as something to be feared, we can learn to see it as a natural progression of life. Change often brings with it new beginnings, fresh perspectives, and the potential for profound growth. By reframing our thoughts around change, we empower ourselves to navigate transitions with grace and resilience. This shift allows us to approach the unknown with curiosity, recognizing that every change offers us a chance to expand our horizons. One effective way to embrace change is to cultivate a sense of trust in ourselves and the universe. Trusting that we are capable of adapting and thriving in new circumstances fosters a sense of safety and confidence. When we trust ourselves, we become more willing to take risks and step outside our comfort zones. This trust can be developed through practices such as positive affirmations and visualization, where we envision ourselves successfully navigating change and emerging stronger on the other side. Another important aspect of embracing change is practicing self-compassion. It is normal to feel a range of emotions when faced with change: fear, excitement, confusion, or sadness. Acknowledging and accepting these feelings without judgment allows us to process them more effectively. When we treat ourselves with kindness during times of transition, we create a nurturing environment that encourages growth. Self-compassion helps us recognize that it's okay to struggle and that we are not alone in our experiences. Additionally, embracing change often involves letting go of what no longer serves us. This can be particularly challenging as we may have attachments to certain habits, relationships, or beliefs. However, holding on to the past can prevent us from fully engaging with the present and future. By reflecting on what we truly want and need in our lives, we can begin to release the old to make way for the new. This process of letting go can be liberating, allowing us to create space for fresh opportunities and experiences. Cultivating a growth mindset is also essential in the journey of embracing change. A growth mindset is the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. When we adopt this mindset, we become more open to learning and adapting, seeing challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles. Embracing change becomes an integral part of our journey, allowing us to approach life with resilience and adaptability. Moreover, celebrating small victories during times of change is crucial. Acknowledging and appreciating our progress, no matter how minor, reinforces our ability to adapt and thrive. Each step we take toward embracing change deserves recognition, as it signifies our commitment to personal growth. By celebrating these moments, we cultivate a sense of accomplishment and motivation that propels us forward. It is also important to seek support during times of change. Connecting with others who have experienced similar transitions can provide valuable insights and encouragement. Sharing our feelings and experiences with trusted friends, family members, or support groups creates a sense of community and belonging. This connection reminds us that we are not alone in our journey, and it allows us to gain different perspectives on navigating change. Lastly, mindfulness can be a powerful tool in embracing change. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to stay present and grounded even in the face of uncertainty. Mindfulness encourages us to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, helping us to respond to change with clarity and intention. This practice fosters resilience, allowing us to remain centered and calm amidst the chaos that change may bring.